And here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Online. We have with us a very special guest all the way from the States once again, introducing the new Ray Robinson, who fights on the undercard of Joshua versus Reese against Britain's Josh Kelly at welterweight. We have again Ray Robinson in the room. Ray Robinson, how are we doing? Great. It's great to have you back in the show again. So how have things been with you since we last spoke?
Good. Great, man. No complaints. Just staying in the gym, training, and getting ready for this upcoming fight.
So how did it come about you fighting Josh Kelly?
My manager called me soon as, I say right after I got done training. Like I told you before, my girl fight, so I stayed in camp with her after my fight.
Right.
And I stayed 2 weeks after that. We got the phone call. We would like to fight him. I said absolutely. I thought it would be a great card to be on, and here we go.
So for those people who don't know much about you, I know quite a bit about you because we did that extensive interview last time. Tell people a bit about who Ray Robinson is.
A kid from Philadelphia. Had a great amateur background. I got over 100 amateur fights. I've been pro for a while now. I just fought, I would say, a month ago on ESPN. And I will be fighting at Madison Square Garden on June 1st.
So now, the last time we spoke, you were very, it wasn't animated, but you were very clear to let the world know that you used to give Danny Garcia a good whooping in the gym. Is this still the case?
Well, I haven't sparred since then. You know, it's been a while, but yeah. I used to when we did spar, and but right now I haven't sparred him for years now. But I'm sure, you know, if we did, it would be the same outcome.
You seem go ahead. You seem a lot more what's the word? It's more conservative coming up to this fight, because before you were very outspoken. Was that because you were trying to get the big fights, or was it now you're being more recognized?
I was. No, I feel as though that Danny Garcia just ain't gonna fight me, and now I'm looking for bigger and better things. I got this opportunity now, and the only person I'm really concentrating on is Josh Kelly right now.
So we talk about Josh Kelly. How much do you know about Josh Kelly?
I know he had a good amateur background. I did my homework, and I know it's going to be a great fight. I feel like both our styles match up perfect, and I can't wait to put on the show.
What do you make of his style? Hands down, lots of gesturing and showboating. How does that bode with you? What do you think of that showboating style?
This is not my type of style, but that's what works for him, good for him. But you know, to be honest, I never been the type to showboat and things like that. But that's his style, and he thinks that that's going to work. Then, you know, good for him. I'm going in there and worry about my style, type of things I have to do to come on and get the W.
So, for those people who probably don't know much about you, one of the attitudes that happen in the UK is like, oh, we don't know about him, so he can't fight. Is that the case, Ray?
Yeah. I really try to stay away from social media and things like that, but I feel as though that, you know, you have a lot of people behind their keyboard who say certain things, and I'm sure they know a lot about him, not too much about me, and I'm okay with that, because at the end of the day, they can't help me fight. They can't go in the ring for him. And I just show everybody June 1st exactly who I am.
So in terms of training camp, I know you fought recently. Have you had enough time to prepare? Often fighters say, I didn't get enough time to prepare. I was injured. I wasn't ready. Where are you in terms of this fight, June the 1st, which is just on Saturday?
Perfect. I'm just getting off training camp. I just fought the number one guy with the WBO. He's the number one guy for Terence Crawford. He's a two-time Olympian, undefeated guy. I just fought him. So coming up, and I had a great training camp. it was about 7 to 8 weeks. I was in camp with him. And like I said, right after that fight, I actually stayed in camp because my girl had a fight. And then took a couple days off. Right after that, I got the phone call and got right back into camp. Sometimes doing after I also feel great, and doing that, I feel like it's going to be like a snowball effect. I'm just going to get sharper, going to get better, more comfortable in the ring, things like that. Because I think right before I that my last guy, I took about a year and a month off, a year and 2 months off. So going back to back is starting out a great year.
What does a win mean for you against Josh Kelly?
It's huge, man. Every time I step foot in the ring, this is the most important fight of my life. That's how I look at my fights. And, a win over him that I know that a lot of people think he's the future. So me when I see him, it's going to be huge, and I feel as though that's going to put me up there and get people to start talking about me, give me more recognition. You know, although I feel as though I deserve more recognition, because I meet a lot of guys that people thought, you know, oh, this guy's great, blah, blah, blah. And then when I meet him, they say, they kind of water down his name. So I feel as though that once I beat Josh Kelly, you know, just make sure, you know, some guys don't water down his name and, you know, keep the same energy they thought that he was this and that. So make sure when I beat him, they say how good and great he was.
Do you have any concerns or any fears of the opponent or who you're facing? Or, you know, sometimes people hear a name and they're kind of, some people are like, oh no, I'm going to fight that guy. And other guys are like, oh, I'm fighting that guy, and they get very fired up about it. The better the opposition, the better the fighter is. What's your take on that?
I feel as though that when I fight someone that is really good, it makes me step up my competition. I love always testing myself. If you go back and look at my resume, I fought a bunch of undefeated guys. I fought a bunch of Olympian guys already. This guy is just another Olympian that's, you know, undefeated. It doesn't do nothing. You know, you're scared go get the dog. You know, I'm in this game, and the only way you're going to move forward in boxing is getting in there, taking risks, taking fights, and doing something great. And I can't wait for June 1st. You know, me fighting someone that people think does, you know, is really good, just make me step up my competition, and makes me train harder. So I'm all pumped up, and I can't wait.
And of course, the other thing is there is a lot of money flying around in boxing for yourself. Is it a case of this is a lucrative fight, and if I look good in this fight, I'll get other fights, so I'm in the window? Or is this really the opportunity for you to turn the screw, mess Josh Kelly's career up, and put yourself in the firing line?
Yeah. So when I take fights, I feel as though that only take fights because I feel as though it's to help my career. You know, at the end of the day, once my career is over, I want people to, you know, I want to leave a legacy. I want to fight for a world title and things like that. And I feel as though me getting to a world title, me getting things that I want, it's got to go through guys like him. And I'm sure that once I beat him, that's what would happen. You know, like I said, my name would get out there more. People would start seeing that I've been fighting undefeated guys and Olympians and things like that. I feel like I don't get enough credit for that. I don't have no promoter and things like that. So I always fought on people promoted cards, and I'm the one that's taking risks. I'm always the one that's fighting undefeated guys and Olympians and things like that. So once I beat Josh Kelly, hopefully that's starting getting recognized.
For a minute, let's talk about that just for a minute. You talk about not having having a promoter. Obviously that makes things difficult for you because you haven't got actually somebody big backing you and supporting your corner. What is that like as a fighter? Because we often talk about fighters who are promoted. What is that like for you when you haven't got a promoter on your side? Just for a minute, for people who are keyboard warriors to have a listen and be educated.
It's just me constantly taking risks and things like that. Me being an underdog. I mean, listen, I'm from Philadelphia. You know, if you go look at my documentary, you see how I grew up. So me coming up this way and me taking risks, nothing new to me. You know, me being an underdog is nothing new to me. So So me going fighting with someone promoter's card and basically throwing it in their face and shutting them up. They like, listen, man, this is your best guy, you told me. And if he thinks he's the best, and I'm here to tell you that he's not, then one way to find out. So yeah, that don't mean nothing to me. I can fight him in, like I said before, man, I can fight him in his parent basement. That doesn't matter where I fight him at or who card is on. Like I said, no one can help you. At the end of the day, it's just me and you getting in that ring, and no one can help you. No promoters, no managers, no fan base, no nothing. Just me and him. So that's why I love the sport I'm in now.
Do you feel insulted, or do you feel complimented that you've been the guy that's been called for the fight?
I mean, this is what I do. I feel like this is an opportunity. I don't look at it as disrespectful or someone's trying to. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The promoter's doing his job is trying to set a fight that on Kelly's side they agree to it and I agree to it. So no, I don't feel disrespectful at all. I'm actually happy the one that they got the phone call and got this opportunity. Now I'm gonna run with it.
Fantastic, fantastic. Do you study boxing? Do you study the welterweight division?
Yeah, man, I'm definitely a student of the game and making sure that I'm like a sponge. I feel like once you stop learning in the game, then you should retire and be done. So I make sure I try to stay up on knowledge and make sure I study and always try to get better at my craft.
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, and do you have a final message for people that are listening in and want to know more about Ray Robinson and the Ray Robinson story?
Go on YouTube, check my documentary out, The New Ray Robinson. Hit me up on Facebook, on Instagram, The New Ray Robinson, and just come support me June 1st. Watch me put on the show.
Ray Robinson, thank you so much for talking to BWTM Online.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, champ. Goodbye.
All right, bye.
So there you have it. We have Ray Robinson who fights Josh Kelly this weekend on the undercard of Joshua versus Riz. Thank you for joining us. I hope you learned a little bit more about Ray Robinson, and I hope you look forward to the fights this Saturday night. It's going to be a great fight for sure. See you then. You've been watching BWTM Online.